All right, so today we're taking notes on solving equations with variables on both sides. Something new, variables on both sides. And the central question today is what's the first step to solving equations with variables on both sides? So first I want you to go ahead here and write variables on both sides, variables on both sides. So what does that mean to have variables on both sides? And so what we're talking about is that there is an equal sign here in the middle of the equation, and there'll be some x term over here, let's say a 3x, and let's put a -9. And there will be some terms on the other side, let's say 5x minus 3. So we'll draw a line down the equal sign. Now this here, when you see this, your eyes should tell you something. I don't just have one x, I have two x's. Now, in prior notes, when we had x's on both sides, we would just combine these, 5x and 3x, and we would say, oh, those make an 8x. However, we're not combining like terms on this one because they are separated. So note here, when they're on both sides, we cannot combine like terms. We cannot combine like terms. Again, we can't combine like terms. We cannot combine like terms because of this equal sign. This equal sign is separating them from the left side and the right side. So what do? Big star here on the side. We need to cancel the smaller variable coefficient. We need to cancel the smaller variable coefficient. So if we look here, we have a 5x and we have a 3x. So the smaller one in this case, I'm going to go ahead and circle it. The smaller one here would be the 3x. So that's one I'm going to cancel. So that's a plus 3x. So how do I get rid of plus 3x? I do the opposite of plus 3x, which is a minus 3x. So I need to cancel that smaller one. And then whatever I do to one side, remember, I also have to do to the other side. So if I cancel 3x on the left-hand side, I'm going to have to cancel 3x on the right-hand side. And notice I lined up the x's perfectly there. These x's cancel. All that I have left here is not a 9, but it's a -9. Don't forget that minus to go with it, that -9. Let's actually put a box around the whole thing so we remember to bring down the whole thing. Equals. Now, this is just simple math. 5x minus 3x. 5x minus 3x is a 2x. And then I'm going to bring down my -3 here. Once you get here, you should be smiling because you know how to solve these. This is just a nice, easy two-step equation that we have left over right here. -9 equals 2x minus 3. That -3 is just a nice little easy two-step right there. So the -9 equals 2x plus 3. That's a two-step. So all we have to do to solve this one is just do the x is. So x is on this side is going to be my inverse. So x is being multiplied by 2, subtracted by 3. So the inverse would be adding 3 and then divided by 2. And I'm going to do that inverse in reverse. I'm going to start by adding 3. Now, these are different signs. Remember, whenever they're different signs, we are going to subtract. So negative 9 plus 3. So that's 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 is the bigger number. 9 is negative. So it's a negative 6. Did that. Now I'm going to divide by 2. These cancel. X equals negative 3. X equals negative 3. Good. So these look confusing because of the variables on both sides, but we only have one new step. Cancel the smaller variable coefficient. If you can cancel that smaller variable coefficient, then you can see that it turns into a new equation, which is just that nice, easy two-step, and then you can solve it from there using X is. So there's your two-step, nice and easy two-step to solve what X is. All right, let's go on, try another one, number 2. (14x minus 9 equals 10x plus 3). Remember, first step, draw a line down the equal sign. Now I have a 14x and I have a 10x. And the step said cancel the smaller one. So which one's smaller, 14 or 10? Did the 10. That's a positive 10, so I'm going to cancel out positive 10 by doing minus 10. Minus 10. And then what I do to one side, I also have to do to the other. So I'm going to put a minus 10 on the other side as well. These 10s cancel. So 14 minus 10, that is 4x. Bring down the minus 9, not just 9. Bring down the 3. So 4x minus 9 equals 3. Now it's just the nice easy X is with the inverse. X is being multiplied by 4 minus 9. So I'll do the inverse, the opposite. I'm going to add 9 and then divide by 4, starting with the add 9 to both sides. So the 9s on the left-hand side cancel. And then I can bring down the 4x equals 3 plus 9, that's 12. I did the plus 9, so now I'm going to do the divide by 4. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. Good. Check your answers there. Let's do one last one together here. Number 3. Last one here. Negative x plus 2 equals negative 5x plus 38. Line down the equal sign. Now, this one's a little bit confusing because of the negative signs here. So, circle our variables. Now, one's a 5x. Now, this negative x, remember, there's an invisible 1. So, this is a negative 1x. Now, we say which one's smaller? Smaller equals the one that is more negative. So smaller equals the one that is more negative. So if I look here, the one that's more negative is a negative 5x. So since it's a negative 5x, I'm going to solve that by doing plus 5x. Plus 5x, now they cancel. 1x plus 5x. Sorry, negative 1x plus 5x. You could think of that as 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is a 4x. Bring down the plus 2. Bring down the 38. So now solve my x is times by 4 plus 2. So I'm going to do the inverse, which is minus 2, and then divide by 4. So minus 2 to one side. I'm going to minus 2 to the other side. Those 2's cancel. On the left-hand side, those twos cancel. So 4x equals 36. And then last step is to divide by 4. So divide by 4, divide by 4, x equals 9. X equals 9. Good. Those are our answers there. The essential question, what do we do when we have variables on both sides? We first subtract the smaller variable. We first subtract the smaller variable. Good. Thank you guys. And those are our notes for today.